Okay, guys, this is going to be the coach training. I'm going to bring up our slides again, and we'll get started on that part. Oh, we got Sally here still. I think hold on one sec. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. But we could keep admiring Sally's picture though. So, hold on one sec, guys. Okay. We just got to go through a couple of these things here. Okay. This was something that I saw, and I just wanted to share all this with you guys. You are being called to live a bigger life. Answer the call. Playing small does not serve you. That just really resonated with me because to me, I was also like, playing small doesn't serve anyone else either. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and we're going to start our coach training. Tonight, we're going to do it a little bit different. I've asked some of our coaches to help out with the coach training tonight. So you're going to hear a lot of different people all along their journeys with coaching, but they're rock stars in the business. As far as some of the tips they're going to impart for you guys are really just going to be, it's really going to help you guys to move forward as you go along with your coaching practice.
Yeah, so we have 7 or 8 coaches that are going to come on for about 3 minutes, and they're going to share a tip, whether it being a structured tip or a tip of growth or whatever it is that has helped them move their business forward.
So the first person we asked to share is Kim Rosenblatt, and Kim's going to come off mute, and she's going to talk about going live, facing the fear and the benefits. If any of you look like that dog when it's coming to live, Kim's going to help you break through the fear. Hey, Kim, can you come off?
I'm off.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, everyone. So they asked me to talk about going live, and just like the dog's faces, when I was first told about that, I felt the same way. And all of you that know me, I am not a shy person whatsoever. I can get up in the middle of a crowd of strangers and do anything. I can be crazy. I can talk to anyone. But when I was asked to go live, I was the same way. I was like, what? I don't know what it was about it. It just, all my crazy fears came to it. So before live actually came about, I was doing the videos. So it was like I would take 10 different, tries over again just so I could try to get it perfect. And I would stutter. So when I actually went live, it was crazy. Even if I messed up, it was okay, because that's what makes you relatable to people. That's what people want to see. They don't want to see you perfect because nobody's perfect. So, at first I was really nervous, and I would do my lives and I wondered, is anybody listening? Does anybody really care about my lives? So it's great because of the feedback that I've gotten. I've done lives on the importance of water. I've done lives on, taking a walk, getting out, just being out in the weather, And I love when people come back to me and say, oh my God, I listened to that thing you said about the first thing that you drink in the morning is what your body craves. So now every morning I drink water. So that makes me feel better because I know that people are listening, people are thinking about me. So that's where they're going to relate to you as far as your health coach business. When you're going on there and it's those little things that they're doing, and I notice now, like when I do these lives, sometimes I think, again, is it going to be something stupid that nobody's going to listen to? And then I see these people popping on and they really want to hear it. And, I did one the other day about just getting healthy, that I want everybody to feel as great as I do. And I had a phone call right after I got off, and he said, I need you. And it's like, don't be scared, be yourself, talk about what's in your heart, and, talk about what people want to hear. Everybody wants to hear about losing weight. They want to hear about your story. They want to hear these little tips. So don't be afraid, because you know what? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's judging you. And what's the worst that can happen? They click off they don't listen to you. Oh, well, maybe they're not listening to you anyway, or they don't want to hear it. But just know that the stuff that you put out there on the lives, people really want to hear, and it comes back to you, and they like it. And even like, again, when I think that nobody cares, I get somebody that says, oh my God, I love your lives. I look forward to seeing them. So don't be scared. Get out there, break out of your mold, be silly. You don't have to be all, sometimes I do something silly and crazy and, talk about whatever about my dog, and just be relatable.
Hey, Kim, thank you so much. I mean, your personality comes through on every single live that you do, and I love it. And I just want to reiterate, it doesn't have to be about health and about your coaching and all of that. Just people want to see you're real, relatable, and you have a life. And we always challenge our coaches to do this, because the more you do it, the less scary it is. And I mean, if any of you guys have dogs or puppies, that is the best thing to do live. It makes it so easy. So thanks, Kim, so much. We really appreciate you sharing on that. You're great at those lives.
She really is. She does a thing called, what's it called? Porch
Talk.
Porch Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is fabulous. So the next person we actually asked to share is, I believe.
Who's up next?
Yeah, I believe it is Angela. And she's going to talk about community and healthy happy hours. Angela, can you come off mute?
Yes, thank
Awesome.
you for allowing me to share tonight. My favorite thing is I call Triple H, Healthy Happy Hour. And I know Leslie knows all about them. I love to entertain, and even if you don't, healthy happy hours are a great way to integrate your clients, your pre-clients, your coaches, and anyone that you even think may want to be a coach. It's a way to bring the community together. I wish I could do more of them, because I do love to entertain. As I call it, my other day job does not allow me to do that sometimes. But when you're planning a healthy happy hour, always remember some of the key things that you want to bring to that event. Number one, you want to share the trilogy. It's really important that people understand what the trilogy is about. And then you also want to touch base about sort of what I call the 4 pillars of health. As we talk about coaching, the Habits of Health book, as well as fuelings. And you don't have to get really that big into the fuelings. And then finally, the community, the fact that we have a Facebook community and these wonderful Zoom calls every Tuesday night. One of the big things you need to remember, I've thrown 2 healthy happy hours. The first one, I felt like I was only going to invite my friends and people I knew. And the funny thing was, it was mostly coaches and about 2 clients. But still, it doesn't make a difference how big or small it is. You're still integrating people and affecting their lives. The bigger or the larger amount of people you invite, the more people are going to turn out. I liked, if you actually have a chance on the Bogash website, Doug and Thea Wood, there's a post on June 14, 2017, where they talk about the healthy happy hour. And Doug Wood talks about, probably for every 5 people you invite, probably only 1 person is going to come. So a great way to do it is to access your Facebook community, invite people you may not even know. I did it based on anyone that was in the DC, Virginia, Baltimore area, and even Pennsylvania area. I included my coaches, as well as clients, pre-clients, and anyone that I thought might want to come. The second Healthy Happy Hour had a really good turnout with people that I didn't know. And the best part about it is that even the people that I invited other people. You can even make it fun and interesting. I like games. Go pick up some dollar store type things that are healthy. And sort of to get people pumped up for the Healthy Happy Hour, I did questions for about the first, I actually would say 10 to 14 days before the Healthy Happy Hour. And I made it so that if you answer the question and if you came to the event, you got a prize. And so I already started people getting to the idea about learning about health, asking questions about, how much sleep should a woman get, or how much sleep should a man get? And if you got it right, you got an eye mask, or how much water is the right amount of water to drink? If you answered it right, you got a nice water container. So make it fun, make it interesting. When you're there, get people to share about their journey. I think that's really important, so that people can see the transformations that people have gone through. And so make it relatable. It doesn't need to be this sort of stand-up talk show. The first healthy happy hour I had, we all just kind of sat around the circle. This one was a little bit bigger, so as we got up and presented, Leslie was there. She stood up and presented. I presented, and then we had other people want to, contribute. Remember, when you're having it, a lot of people might be coming from various locations, and you know the rule. A lot of people are going to be late. Make the first 30 minutes more about sort of just meeting people and getting to know people, just like you would at any other healthy or just happy hour you would go to. I greeted people at the door. I had a sign-in sheet so I could make sure I could get people's email addresses and their phone numbers so I could reach out to them later on. And then about after 30 to 40 minutes into it, we actually started the presentation. Again, another 30 or 40 minutes. You don't want to take up a lot of people's time. At best, the whole event should probably run an hour and a half. If people want to stay later and reach out to you, that's great. If they're unable to, make sure that you remind them to reach back out to the person that invited them, which probably was one of their coaches, and answer questions for people that want to, that want to be there. Make the food interesting. It's not about the food, but don't everybody come with just vegetables. We don't want people to think that we're this weird group of people that eat all these vegetables. Get the healthy recipes off of the website. We had buffalo chicken dip. Leslie brought the amazing meatballs. Make it healthy stuff, okay? And I usually have coaches.
Hey, Angela, I'm going to use Joe Bosley's bell on you, but I love what you said. The food, yes, don't just bring the vegetables, because at your last healthy happy hour, every single person came. I think they were surprised that it wasn't just all vegetables, and they were pleasantly surprised. It made them trust in us more and made them so much more interesting. There's a reason we asked you to do the share. You're excellent at the healthy happy hour. I love how you got everyone engaged prior. We love how you give out prizes, and we thank you for helping us out tonight.
Thanks for letting me share. Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
Angela.
Thanks, Angela. Now, the next person that's going to share, I know because he's sitting next to me. Luckily, he does know what he's going to share on too. And
Yeah, I just found out about 12 seconds ago.
but just give us 1 minute, and we'll tell you what Ryan's going to share on. As soon as I can figure out how to share, then Ryan can share. Okay. So Ryan's actually going to share on a topic I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited about. He's going to share on what to look for in clients that would actually make a good coach. And he's not going to be able to go into great detail about it, but he's going to give you some feedback that will really help you guys.
Well, the first thing is, if you have a client who is currently on this Zoom, they would probably make a really good coach.
Good point.
The fact that they got on the client support call and they stuck around for this probably tells me that they have an interest in becoming a coach. So reach out to them immediately. Not immediately, at 10:03.
Or tomorrow if it's late on the East Coast.
A good coach you can spot, and I'm just going to go through the client part, because not every coach we have is going to come from a client. But as a client, you can tell a coach potential with the fact that they're posting a lot in the support pages. They're encouraging other people. They're giving people actually tips and ideas if they're struggling. If they're getting on this call every week. If when you're doing a celebration call with them, if you found out they're reading the book, they're involved in the community. If they're integrated. If they're integrated and they're doing well on program, there's a really good chance that they love the program enough that they're going to share it with the entire world. And that's the thing. It all starts with client support. If you're not giving good client support, I'm going to tell you right now, that client is not going to refer you to any of their friends and family, and they're certainly not going to become a coach.
But you're
I gotta come back. I gotta come back.
What in the client support pages do you look for? Because I know you do this really, really well.
Well, first of all, I look for people who have some great NSVs that are doing well on program, but I'm also looking for people who are posting. They're posting something that will encourage someone else.
Yes, you love that.
I do.
Ryan loves that.
When clients are encouraging other clients, that tells me that they're already helping. They're already helping people. And it's a very easy transition. Look, you're already coaching in the client support group. I know you have 5 or 6 friends in your family that you would love to support on this journey. And those are just a couple things to look for when it comes to looking at clients that are potentially good coaches.
And like, I'm just going to go along with that too. Like at Healthy Happy Hours, that's another good spot for clients. So I'll just share this. There was one that came to Angela and brought 3 friends, and all 4 of them need to get healthy. So we're like, well, one of you be the coach and the other one get the other one's healthy. So thank you, Ryan.
Oh, you're
that
welcome.
was terrific.
You're welcome.
And I do know the next person up that we asked to share is actually Janine. And Janine, this another thing you guys are always talking about. How do you coach when you have a busy lifestyle? How do you make the time? Janine is excellent at making the time. So we asked Janine to come off, and I'm going to have her share like a tiny bit about like how busy she is and that she still makes time for this business. So Janine, can you come off mute?
Happy birthday, Leslie. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
All right, good shout out. Thanks a lot for letting me share today. So I do have a crazy schedule. I travel a lot for work, actually 2 weeks at a time, usually internationally. And most of the time during the week, I'm probably working at least 60 plus hours just on my day job. And so Leslie and Ryan asked me to share to kind of give you guys some tips about that. One thing I say, I love health coaching. So when I'm doing it, I really enjoy it. But I think the thing is that you really need to get organized, right? One of the things I found was that, before I have a personal phone and I have my work phone and I was trying to juggle all these things and it wasn't really making things meet. So what did I do? I went back old school and I got myself a paper calendar, okay? So in this calendar, I'm actually marking down all when my health assessments are, all the celebration calls that I might have, also to check in with my clients or follow-ups. If I've done a health assessment, then I put the date I'm following up in there. And it's really helped me in terms of staying on track and not missing anything. I also put in there the 1 through 4 days that I contact my clients when a new client is starting the program. Okay. And so I think as part of organization, it's really important to get organized, whatever works for you. If you're one of those newbies, millennials, and can do the phone, 2 phones at once, go for it. But just make sure you're keeping track of everything. The second task I'll say is that, I block off my calendar for specific things. So this client support call is a rock in my schedule. And I always make sure that I leave that part open. I also do 1 task at a time. So if I have a block of time on Thursday night where I'm going to be doing OptiV as a coach, I block it off. I say, I'm going to do all my Facebook follow-ups. I'm going to do my 3x3x3. And I dedicate that time to that activity. And that's so that you'll be more efficient. You'll be actually probably do more things than you would if you tried to do Facebook and then do a health assessment and do all these different things at that time. The next thing I'll say is in terms of client support, I put all my client support on one day. I actually make my clients a favorite in my cell phone. And this helps me in terms of organization. I don't need my notebook when I'm traveling because I just look at my favorites and I go right down that list and I call every person on that list. Even if they're no longer a client, I'll just call them as part of the 3x3 and say, hey, just thinking about you. Hope everything's going well with you and your family. And then I go through. Then that way, when I am traveling and I have all of that in my phone, and it's an easy way to go through your client support list. And then the last thing I'm going to say is that I love team coaching. My coach, Marcus, Leslie, and Ryan are always there for me when I'm traveling internationally. And one of the things, if you integrate your clients, then your clients aren't surprised when I say, hey, guess what? I'm overseas for 2 weeks. I'm going to have part of my mentorship check in with you. I'll still talk to you on WhatsApp. That's the last thing I say because I know I'm about out of time. I try to have all my clients sign in on WhatsApp because then I can text them for free when I'm abroad. So try and use all of these things. Planning is a key thing. But if you need other things in terms of helping your schedule, feel free to reach out to me. I've gotten pretty good at organization when I'm traveling as well. So thanks a lot for letting me share. I know I'm up on my time.
Thanks, Janine. That was beautiful. There's actually nothing I can add to that. You hit everything on the head. And I love that you said about the millennials with the organization. They sometimes do it different. I will tell you, we do have a millennial on our team that does old school like you and I with the book, so it doesn't make me feel as bad. So
Okay.
I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to give you guys the next speaker.
Thank you, Janine.
And you guys, to save time, I'm not even going to put up the slideshow right now. It's taking up too much
I
time.
feel like I'm cheated.
Oh, well. But Cindy Becker, can you come off mute? And Cindy's going to, this is a great one. Cindy's going to talk about getting social beside being on social media. Cindy, can you come off?
I am off.
Awesome. Thank you.
So they picked the old person to talk to you about old school stuff, yes, I was on Facebook and I'm in a lot of groups and everything, but I really missed the interaction of people. And so I have found great success in being social outside of social media. So, and I need to pair those things with my passions. And I love to knit. So I am in knitting groups where I get together with women and we sit and we knit for charity or knit for our family and friends. I'm in a book discussion group. So I was in the same book discussion group for 15 years. So they watched me melt and everyone needed to know what I was doing. But in December, we moved to a new neighborhood. So now I'm in a new book discussion group and they don't know anything about me yet. But eventually, after we've established relationships, then they will start to know more about me and they will come. I'm in sisterhood at my synagogue and I'm on their board. I'm on their fundraising committee. Sisterhood has asked me to talk to the sisterhood about healthy eating habits. And so I'm going to be doing a habit of health talk with sisterhood, which could benefit me client-wise. I'm involved with Special Olympics. I did the polar bear plunge 2 years in a row, out there with thousands and thousands of people. And it's February and it's New Jersey and I was wearing my bathing suit. So that was a great advertisement for me. I talk to people in the gym. We're working out. I start talking to them. A lot of times I get in 43 pounds ago, I couldn't run on the treadmill. So I get it in there. And a lot of times I wear my health coach shirt to the gym. And Eastern Star. My husband is a Mason. I have a lot of Mason clients. And then I joined the female version of the Masons, which called Order of the Eastern Star. And I have the Worthy Matron is one of my clients. And for those of you in Optimal Life, she posted a really phenomenal post today in Optimal Life because she was struggling in her health and was in the hospital and posted something on Facebook. And I saw it and I just messaged her and said, I can help you. And it took a few months, but she's realized that this plan is a great plan. And those are things that if I wasn't out there in the world seeing people in real life, I wouldn't have those opportunities. And then from Facebook carrying over to real life, I go out, when I'm out and about in the world, I was at a wedding and people came up to me on the dance floor and was like, hey, you're Cindy Becker. I love you on Facebook. I love your Facebook Lives. Oh, I find you so inspirational. I work in an orthopedics office and in a surgical suite. And sometimes I'm walking through the waiting room and people will stop me and go, I'm friends with you on Facebook. Oh, I love you. So always smile when you see people. I say hello to anybody. If I'm walking past you, I say hello to you. And events. Go to events, different events, but that's pretty much it. Happy birthday, Leslie.
Thank you,
Thank
Cindy.
you.
I really appreciate you sharing about that. And you know what? It doesn't matter any age. You're amazing at Facebook despite our ages. And you're amazing at really building that community and going out and about. You inspire Ryan and I to do that more, to go about and get into meetings. So thank you for sharing on that, because I think it's so important to remember all of that. Like, we're in the people business. So thanks, Cindy. Our next person that's going to share is Mandy Hudson. She's going to share about trainings, challenges, and getting out of your comfort zone, people. Mandy, can you come off mute? Oh, maybe.
There we go. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, Mandy.
Excuse my horsey throat. I have a little bit of laryngitis. So I'm a little bit new to coaching, but I am loving this. And something that I think I've learned a lot over the last couple of months is the importance of getting on these training calls. Whether they're the leadership calls on Monday night with Dr. A, or they're the Let's Chat, or they're the Heart of a Health Coach, or their boot camps. I've just learned so much about challenging myself. I guess I'm competitive from the inside out, and anytime someone uses the word challenge or action, I'm like, everything perks up and I just want to dive in. So I guess I've embraced the action steps that a lot of the people in the coaching lines have thrown out to us. And I guess the biggest thing, and I know I heard about Facebook Live, and thank you for that little presentation, because I'm in and I'm out and I'm in and I'm out, and I have to get outside of my comfort zone. But the more we do things to challenge ourselves in the health coaching business, the easier it does become. Like ourselves accountable with our health. I think that having our coaches giving us action plans and challenges helps us keep accountable as health coaches. So I think the accountability piece has really been something for me. And I guess the other thing is, I noodle around on Facebook. I try to find all my mentors, no matter whether it's you guys going live or Gina going live. There's always a piece of your lives that I can take in and figure out how that's going to help my business grow. So I do try to watch a lot of lives and noodle around on Facebook. The system works. It really does work. It's really presented for us. It's how you can best fits your personality. Challenge yourself, dive in, and have a great time with it. Challenge yourself, follow the action steps, get on Facebook. 5 by 5 by 5 is on my calendar every morning at 8 o'clock. So, dive in and do the work, but you know what? Enjoy the work. It's a ton of fun. I mean, the best thing is getting a phone call and hearing thank you. It's just awesome. So dive in, get uncomfortable, keep getting uncomfortable, keep working hard. That's all, really.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thanks for doing it, even with a sore throat. Go get some tea for, to feel better. But I really, really appreciate you jumping off. It really is that simple. Do the work and the rest will come. But I love. Ryan always says this all the time. Are you having fun? If you're not having fun, you're in the wrong business. You really got to check yourself and see what you're really doing. We have fun every day. You could see by how we interact on our calls. We're always enjoying ourselves. And you guys, we're wrapping it up now. I was going to be the last one to go. I'll just give a minute of what I was going to talk to you guys about. It's kind of like when you were a client. For a coach, you also, for your coaching business, you have a why. Make your why so strong that every day you can't get up and not do this business. So for me, my why was so strong. Every morning I woke up and I said, I'm building a better life for my family and for others. So every day I say that. So the days I don't feel like doing it, the days I don't want to get out of bed, the days I feel like it's a struggle, I don't care, because I'm building a better life for my family, and that why gets me out of bed. That why gets me doing a live. That why gets me kicking fear in the face, as Tia would say. But also, your mentorship is really here to help you. If you utilize your mentorship, they're further down the road than you are. I could not have done it without the mentors that I have, and I just wanted to share that with you. I do want to show you, we're going to stop recording, and I'm going to show you the last slide. I'm going to stop the recording.